I'm not a butcher. All right, I don't know the first thing about butchering. I know how to save money. You don't have to. You don't have to be a butcher to do this. Just learn the meats. I mean, there's 1,000 of YouTube channels out there that are going to show you how to break down a chuck roast or how to break down a whole sirloin and all that. And they're great channels. I love them all. The Beginner Butchers, great channel. I love all those channels, and I do watch them, okay, to learn about how to do this. And that's all and that's the only way to do it, is to watch and to try it yourself. Now, I know there's guys out there that, oh, I would never do this, I would never do that. I get that. I have very little knowledge of it. My knowledge comes from YouTube and, just doing it myself, just going out there and trying it. I know they're not the right cuts, okay, but they're the cuts I like. And it's the cuts that are going to save me money. I mean, there's a lot of food right here, and there's a lot of money right here to do. I'm trying to bring this to you to save you money, okay, to be able to get cuts and to make things. I mean, you can take this one and cut this one. Same thing with this. You can cut this in half and make 2 out of that. But guys, there's 24 pounds of food here. 24 pounds of food. Okay, that's 24 pounds of meat. You cannot go anywheres and buy 24 pounds of meat for under $150. Nowheres. Unless you do it yourself. Okay? Don't be afraid to go out there and pick up a knife and try to cut it yourself. Don't be afraid. Okay? Again, there's thousands of channels. You don't have to watch mine. There's thousands of channels out there to do that with. But I really do appreciate each and every one of you for helping me and helping me build my channel. And please, I will keep on bringing you more and more videos. And when I have another cutting video, I'll bring you another cutting video. All right, today we are cutting a chuck roast. Now, I have here a whole chuck round or chuck roll that we have here. I want to point out one thing real quick. It is cheaper to buy it in the bulk like this than it is to buy the individual pieces. I wish I had my camera with me when I was at the store the other day. A chuck roast, just a chuck roast, was $6.74 a pound. Okay? That's expensive. Now, here, this is a almost 23.5 pound chuck roll. And the price per pound is $5.98. It's a little less than $1 cheaper to buy it in this. And with the way our economy is, it's a lot cheaper. I mean, 50 cents isn't a lot, but 50 cents multiplied over how many months that we buy these things, it's a lot of money. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to break this down into a chuck roast, chuck steak. I'll open this up a little bit. Now, the tools you're going to need is, you're going to need an 8-inch, you're going to need a 4-inch or 6-inch. You want a honing steel, and you're going to need some paper towels. And a pair of gloves. All these you can find on my Amazon. I'll leave a link for the description below. These are my Victorinox knives, and I'll tell you what, this is a great little knife. Especially if you're just starting out wanting to cut your own. They're great knives, and they're very inexpensive, but well worth the money. Get that out like that. Put that in our sink. We're working in our kitchen today because the flies right now are just horrendous. So I'm working in the kitchen. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to try to get most of that blood up. And that's just so that you're not dripping it all over the place either. The first thing you want to look for is you feel that seam right here. See that seam right there? That's the first one. What you want to do is just slide your knife in that seam. Best you can do. Of course, I'm working backwards so you guys can see. But I want to try to keep that knife right on that seam. All right. Just like that. As you see, it starts to open up for you. And now, a little bit of man strength. Take the knife. Just want to slide the tip of the knife. Just the tip. Slide the tip of the knife. Get in there like that. Slide it. A little bit of man strength. I like to do is push on it just a little bit like that, so you can be able to see what you're doing, and just slide the tip of your knife. Now you see, it's coming right to the end. You can see that, it's coming right to the end. Now, take it, and just like that, and there you go. Now, this here, guys, you can use this for all your chuck roast. These make up great little chuck roast. You can pull that off, and you can cut this, and you can chop it up into cubes. I just like to make a chuck roast out of it. Now, do is we'll get some of this fat off of here. Now there is another muscle right here, and they call those Denver steaks. But I'm not really caring about that, because I'm going to make a lot of this in the stew meat and a lot of this in the chuck roast. But I do want to show you this right here. Okay, this is the end of your prime rib. The end of that roast, the end of that muscle right there, it's the end of it. You're going to get about 2 or 3 nice little steaks out of it, and they are tender. They are just delicious, but you're not going to get a whole lot of them. I'll use my 8-inch and find it like that. I'm going to say about that. Little steaks like that. You got some nice marbling in there. Nice little fat line right there. Now you can also use them too. I'm going to use the rest of this to make some chuck roast. Right about here. That's going to make a really nice chuck roast. Now here, I like to cut these about 1.5 to 2 inches thick. And nice little petite fillet there, or mock fillet. Here's what I was telling you about. This is called the Sierra steak. There's another muscle right through here. But what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to make 2 roasts out of this. And that's it. I mean, I like my chuck roast. I really do. Now, and these are, I mean, they make good steaks. If you take this back part off and you just cut that, you can get some really nice steaks out of it. Take that off like that. Take that right off. And, I mean, there. Stick that on your grill. Look at the marbling in there. I mean, they make great steaks. And cut them in half, like such. Yeah. Cut this fat off, or some of the fat off. You don't want that in there anyway, because that's really hard fat. You make some nice steaks out of it. Throw this in there and make your ground beef. Ground chuck. 80-20 ground chuck. I mean, hell, that stuff's $5.99 a pound. You can make it here for $5.98, and you can make anything you want with it. All right. Same thing with this. There's this steak right here. That's another nice steak. Same thing. Peel this piece off right here. You can do anything with this, guys. Anything you want. I mean, this makes great ground beef. Well, trim it up a little bit. My little knife here so I can trim up this meat. Just like that. Get some of that fat off of there. You don't have to get it all off, because a lot of this fat's going to be rendered down anyway. Like that. Now, take that. Alright, what size do you want? Huh? Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we do this? Why don't we just cut this sucker right in half? Just like that. And there you go. You got a nice little steak there. Beautiful steak right there. Another one there. You can just put that just the way it is. You can wrap it up, fold it up, tie it up. You can help. You can even, you really want to get fancy, take your knife, hold the meat down, go like this. Flay it wide open like that. Flay it open, right? Put whatever you want in there, season up, and roll it right up. Like that. A nice little rolled roast. These guys are going to make great pot roast dough. And there you have it, guys. That's how you're going to save money in this back-asswards economy, is going out, buying it in bulk, and cutting it yourself. Because I'm telling you, it's just going to get worse. It's not going to get better. When they say it's got to get worse before it gets better, well, I tell you, it's going to get worse. So do yourselves a favor. Get out there. Buy your own meat. Process it yourself. Make it into whatever the hell you want to make it into, but save yourselves money, because it's going to be batshit crazy in the next couple months. By the way, I wanted to say thank you again to everyone out there for helping me build my channel. I'm at 832 subscribers. We're almost to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I just can't thank you guys enough for all the help and the assistance you give me in building my channel. And I really want to bring great content. But until then, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Share us with your friends. But until next time, God bless and happy eats.